Hello friends, we are in my kitchen in my little RV that I'm staying in with in my family's backyard for the summer as I look to establish myself here in my new city, my new county, and get a business space, which I'm looking forward to. We went to a fundraiser and for an animal rescue and was able to buy a whole bunch of these beautiful little baby aloe vera plants. And I knew that I already had quite a few pretty things that I could plant them in. And so that is what we're gonna do today. Now I started with my 3 favorite best ones and I'll just show them to you right now. We got this guy. Isn't he just adorable? He is just the sweetest little guy. Little bluebird. Then we have this guy. He's actually part of that kind of teapot set that you would get that's I'll show you the cup. It has it had a cup underneath, and then this. Now I bought this knowing I was going to use them both as planters because it was missing the lid. And you know, it's a nice little set. It's from Fringe. I could have probably resold it and got some money, but I just decided they would make such cute little planter pots. So we got that one. And the third one I already got done, again, was just a sweet little thing that I thrifted. Now this is actually the perfect pot because it's actually 2 parts. So the water does collect down below and that it has nice drainage. So speaking of drainage, what I'm gonna have to do for the rest of these is I'm gonna get some rocks, and that's actually what I did for the bird in the teapot, is I put in rocks in the bottom so that it could drain and stay away from the roots of the plant. So I'm gonna run outside and go grab me a bucket full. I think I'm gonna use this cute little bucket that I might also plant some things in. And let's go find us some rocks. So we got some rocks because this is gonna be key to keeping these plants healthy. And so, and I've got my aloe vera here for the ones that and so the next thing I need to do is all of these ones I have, these beautiful cups with saucers, I need to put some glue on them. And so I'm going to be using some super glue so that I can glue all of these little cuties. Look at this guy, isn't he adorable? He was actually already stuck to the plate with just some, I think it's just like that green floral stuff. Oh, try not to break it. And then I do have just a couple that are going to be standalone without a plate, as well as, aren't these adorable? Now these are beautiful vintage, hand painted, and you know, someone might say, oh well, you could sell those, but the reality is, and I actually have I think 2 more in my office where I'm storing some things, but they're cracked and they got a lot of crazing on them, but they're still so gorgeous and make just perfect little planters. So I'm going to grab the glue and we'll get gluing on the bottoms of these teacups. Let's start with this one. Now this is also a really pretty, this is actually a Royal Albert. You can see it. But sadly it does have a crack. And it's a cute little July, although that probably will not show. So we're just going to go ahead and get these glued up. This is one that I bought from a gal, and she had the set. She also had plates. I didn't need the plates, but it says oak wood. They are Staffordshire, England. I'm sure they're probably worth something, but you know, I actually did get the matching sugar bowl and creamer that I will be reselling, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and, let's get this off, I'm going to go ahead and use these guys for my plants. And there's this guy. This is just a Teleflora gift. So again, I know some people might be like, oh no, what are you doing? I just realized I still have my AC on. Let me turn that off. There we go. It's 90 degrees outside, but we're going to go with it. Then there's this pretty little guy. Now, he's a Royal Windsor, but this is not his matching. This is actually, it is made in England as well, and I just see I need to take off my Goodwill stickers, but I'll do that in a minute. We'll just go ahead and get the gluing done. So we can move on. But since it didn't have a matching, oh, it still has its sticker. Thought I'd gotten them all cleaned up. Get that one. And then this was another Teleflora. Just a really pretty little floral. And I just absolutely love the plate that goes with this. It's a little rose. We're just going to stick that on there. If you can. Got this little guy. Isn't that adorable? I just love this idea and this being able to do it with, you know, teacups and things that otherwise might end up in the landfill if I didn't. So we're going to get these out of the way. Oh, I have one more to glue. And so I found this piece, and I know you probably recognize this. This is something that typically has like that metal. It's like for potpourri, or, but it didn't have its lid that I could find. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and glue it, and I'll show you the saucer. This pretty little saucer that also did not have a cup, but I just absolutely loved the blue. So that'll be pretty. Let's make sure we get it in the center. There we go. All right, so we'll start with our cute little Japanese, gorgeous little guys. And again, so I'm going to be using the smaller ones because there isn't a lot of space. So that'll be good. Get the little guys in this. We'll use the bigger rocks for the bigger. And there we go. We got a nice base in there. And then the next thing, I know I am using a really good potting soil that has feed in it because I do want them to live and last. Because I will be selling these for $15 each. So I'm just going to take a minute and get all these prepped with rocks and soil. Of the rocks are going to be for the bottom of this cute one that's metal with this birch wood around it, and then this guy which has a really pretty terracotta on there. We'll put the bigger ones in there, kind of like I did with that one really pretty one. So I'm thinking this one is really perfect for, I think that is our biggest one. So I'm going to go ahead and get the dirt in this one. We'll just start with the biggest one. And I'm just going to put it around the edges. And then we'll set them right in there. And let's get this one. Now this one was in a pot that's kind of, you know, this is cute. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, since this guy is beautiful, and look at, he's got a bunch of babies in there. I guess we'll call them girls. I'm going to save all the babies and just plant the big plant. And I'll probably put them into this little one so they're at least a little more attractive than the silly cup. But these guys, it's kind of important to make sure, and I'm going to He's got a nice big root system on him. So I'm going to go ahead, actually I'm going to take some of this soil that it was in, because it is nice. I've been keeping them very moist. They've actually been living in my little bathtub. Oh, we got a little, is that a baby or just a branch off? I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and try and get him as centered as possible in the pot. And then I'm just going to fill it up with lots of dirt. And then the final step I've been doing, and I'm almost out of this little bird's nest kind of looking, but I'll use that for this. It'll be just enough. It's just kind of putting some of this moss. I'm not sure exactly what kind of moss it is, but that also helps keep the moisture in. And like I said, they're all super well watered. So going into this, today is just going to be a planting day, and then I'll start watering them. But here he is. And again, these will grow and also probably shoot out babies and things. So I'm just going to go through and do all the rest of these. Start with this other big one. What did you think? Didn't they turn out just gorgeous? I love plants, and I wish that I could sell them online, but I can't. So these are really only for local. I'm going to put them on my Facebook Marketplace under either Kathy Baker or Kathy's Curations. You should be able to find them both places. And again, they'll be $15. Even though there's a wide variety of sizes and shapes, I thought I would just keep them at $15. They make great gifts, and you know, for all occasions. And I just really have fun doing that. Now, I am also continuing to buy, you know, little things that might be chipped or missing their lids or just unique to still plant succulents in. But what I'm going to use are the little faux succulents, and those can be shipped, and those will be like with foam, and everything will be glued down, so they should be able to ship. If you enjoy this kind of content or just want to follow me, I also have my blog, vlog called Curating Life, and that's just kind of about the adventure I've been on as I left a long-term relationship that just wasn't meeting either one of our needs anymore. Packed up my pups and moved over to a little town that my dad lives in, and getting to know my family again, and got a little job. But I also want to grow my business, because this right now is my side hustle, and I'm hoping to turn it into my full-time job again. Curating vintage, unique, handcrafted, and even some modern things that, I know people are always on the lookout for. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you all have a great day.